Good evening all, and welcome to our weekly travel training. My name is Marcia Lashley. I am an independent travel agent with InteleTravel. I'm also a certified travel ambassador, and I'm here to share information as I discover it. As I take the time to educate myself, I just share the information every week with you guys on the team. So I always tell agents that if you register, if you go to youtube.com/OTM Travel Services and subscribe, whenever I upload these videos every week, you'll be able to be notified by YouTube, and then you can go to the replay if you've missed it or if you wanted to go back and take a look at it again. Maybe you've missed something. So last week, in the previous training, we've discussed branding your business, how to increase your clientele, and industry resources. So you can go to YouTube and you can pull that recent video. This week, we will be discussing access to education, tools for success, InteleTravel's newest feature, and also branding yourself as an ITA, independent travel agent, and also we'll touch on compliance as well. So let's get started. So if there are any new agents on the line or seasoned agents, we always recommend InteleTravel University as one of the first things that you do when you get started. So with InteleTravel University, of course, there are Dream Makers, Vacation Builders, and Travel Genius. And once you've attended the 5 travel trainings webinars, once you've completed the InteleTravel University and attend Dream Makers, you'll become a Dream Maker. And then once you've attended 5 travel webinars, attend a Dream Maker event, and I think that's it. Once you've completed InteleTravel University, attend 5 InteleTravel webinars and attend the Dream Makers, you'll become a vacation builder. And then for Travel Genius, once you've completed $5,000 in commissions for the year, in addition to your Dream Makers and your vacation builders qualifications, and you've completed 5 CLIA courses, I believe it's 6 CLIA courses in the back office of your choice, you will become a Travel Genius. And then, of course, there's the InteleTravel Ambassador, where you've completed all of these. You pretty much are in line to become an ambassador. You can request to become an ambassador through the portal, of course, directly. And then, of course, we have the Partners, Education, and Suppliers courses, which, guys, I highly recommend that you take some time and dive into, because I became certified from a lot of these suppliers because I went into the Partners, Education, and Suppliers courses and took advantage of all of the information that the suppliers have. So they spend all these thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars investing in all the educational tools and marketing tools for us to educate and educate ourselves so that we can inform our clients. So as a travel agent, an independent travel agent, it costs a lot. If you had a brick and mortar travel agency, it would cost a whole lot for you to have to invest in each supplier's educational courses in order to be certified, in order to book. So here at InteleTravel, all of it is included in your purchase of your travel business. So take advantage of it, guys. Utilize it. The suppliers offer so many great incentives for completing courses, and then the more we complete these courses and the more we are informed, then we can better sell the products and educate our clients, and then we can become more attractive to our clients, and they want to book with us more. So let's take some time to get up into the Partners Education and Suppliers courses and dive in on the education, okay? And then, of course, we have the VIP Partner Exclusive, which is actually it's the Preferred Partners. That's not the one that I'm supposed to circle. It's the wrong one, but it's the Preferred Partners directory that I want to touch on. It's an awesome tool, guys. This tool is very good. There's a hand pocket. It's very small, as you can see. Let me see. I have one right here. And InteleTravel just sent me a brand new one. I just can't put my hands on it. But it's very small, and it has all of the information that we need in there, such as, and here is our table of content here. And it pretty much gives us all the suppliers. So if you're looking for a particular supplier, you can just go to the table of content and you can pull whichever supplier you're looking for. Let's say we're looking for the Marriott on page 18, and we go straight to the Marriott. My computer is moving slow. And the Marriott will pop up. We can see all of the different brands in their portfolio here, Executive Stay, Courtyard by Marriott, all of them, Town Place Suites. All of them are all here. They're telling you, giving you all the information on every brand that is under the Marriott's portfolio. And then it also gives you detailed information on your commissions amount and the business development manager's information. So, you know, it's very important when you want to know about a specific supplier, you can go to your preferred partners manual, and you can also go to all the way to the bottom of your screen when you're in your dashboard or any part of your back office and click on preferred partners, and it will come up. There's also a PDF form there. Another great tool is the Travel Agent Manual, guys. This is the Travel Agent Bible is what I call it, because print it out. I would say print it out. It's a great tool to have. I've had it printed out. I've walked around stores with it, had conversations with people with it, got bookings from it, you know, because people are inquisitive and they want to know what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're reading. And then they're like, well, travel agents are still in business. Yeah, they're still travel agents. Yeah, they are still travel agents. So it's a great tool, but it has all of the information that you need when it comes to becoming a travel agent, an independent travel agent with InteleTravel. All of the information is there, so you can browse through it. I would say take some time to read it in its entirety, from front to back. And that's another reason why I have the information that I have, because I took time to read the Independent Travel Agent Training Manual, okay? Then there's also InteleTutorial Library, guys. This is really, really important for us, because a lot of times as employees, you know, we have our day jobs that we have to go to, and we may not have enough time in the evenings to make it to the weekly webinar. InteleTravel has the library, the tutorial library, where the most recent webinars are here. And then you can go read all the other tutorials that they have. They're all here. So, you know, and even if you were on the webinar, you can actually go back and pull the webinar in the tutorial library. So take some time to go in there. A lot of educational and informative information in there on the products that we sell every day. So, you know, take some time to indulge yourself in that knowledge. Then, of course, we have the online marketing tools, guys. Amazing tools. I've seen some really creative ways that agents have been using these tools, which are great, and I think that we should definitely utilize them more. For instance, there's the client's newsletter, which I think is very amazing. It's a great way for you to introduce yourself to your clients and let them share something personal of yourself, about yourself with them. You don't have to sell travel on there, because InteleTravel attaches the hot deals to it. So in each weekly newsletter or monthly newsletter, however often you choose to send those newsletters out to your clients, I would always say include something more or something that you're sharing, like I said, about your family. I saw a travel agent. She shares some really awesome information. She shared information about the community and about the young millennials that are going into the Marines or the Army. Maybe she has a connection to the Army and her clients know. I think she actually is a retired Army veteran. And so she shares some really awesome information. She never talks about travel. She just talks about all the different things that's in her world, in her environment, so that her clients can become familiar with her and get to know her and trust her, right? So these are great tools for us to use to introduce our business to clients as well. A great tool to keep them informed. Another great way to send email messages to your clients, guys, to let them know that you are a travel agent. I think this is so cool. A lot of times you send information or messages to companies, and when they respond on their note. They have a note or whatever the case may be, and that's how they respond. So you, as an independent travel agent, you can actually use these to actually respond or send notes to your clients or your friends or your neighbors or whoever. It doesn't matter, because we sell resets, and every single thing that we do triggers a thought or triggers an emotion in, and we want that to happen, and we also want to have something of us in front of them to remind them that they need to give us a call or email so that we can create this awesome package for them. So, you know, these are great ways, guys, for you to use these tools. InteleTravel just came out with some really new ones, great updated, some new ones I thought right here that are so cool that we should definitely use to send messages. So I want you guys to start, especially when you guys are emailing me and sending messages to me and stuff, let's use these. Let's utilize these, and then we become more familiar with using them. And then before you know it, instead of going to Gmail and creating a message, you can create your message right here and send it out to your clients, okay? Great tools. We also have the social media content library where you can download them and download them to your desktop and upload them into your social media site as banners so that people can be aware that you are a travel agent and that, you know, you would like for them to book, for them to allow you to book their travels. And of course, we have Ensemble, which is our consortium. They have an awesome targeted direct mail marketing system. So how it works, guys, is once we have 50 or more clients, we put our clients on a spreadsheet, each column, names, telephone numbers, physical mailing address, and email address. And once we have at least 50, minimum 50, we send that to customer service at InteleTravel.com, and we let them know that we would like to have those contacts entered into the Ensemble targeted direct mail marketing system. And of course, I would always say add yourself to the list so that you can see all the amazing tools, pieces that your clients are getting. And guys get some really awesome tools, okay? They get really awesome. Check these out. All of these are great things. Now, as a travel agent, wouldn't you like for your clients to receive information like these from you? Now, what Ensemble does is Ensemble with everything is addressed to your clients, and it's your information on there. Okay, so Ensemble addresses, and it has your information so that your clients can contact you to book. They don't book directly with Supplier, they refer clients to book directly with you. So I think that's an amazing tool, a great way to get your business out there, and a great way to get your information in front of your clients and trigger those emotions so that they can contact you and you can book, okay? We also have the Travel Incentive Center, guys. This is great tools to use, especially when you're doing your travel party. You can insert these into your hot deal packages. You can have incentive challenges for your guests. The guest that brings the most clients, guests with them will be, you know, in a pool to win a 3-day, 2-night getaway, or the guest that does bring the most clients will receive a 3-day, 2-night getaway, or a spa certificate, or golf, whatever their preference is, whatever your options are. You as the agent can make that decision. But these are great tools for us to use. But last week I talked about the bucket list. Great way for you to get incentivize your clients by offering these awesome incentives in the back office so that you can increase your clientele. And here they are. There are several, and you can go back in the back office yourself and take some time to look at them, but I think they're great. If you are a business owner, this is a great way. I had a conversation with one of the agents that is a business owner, and we were talking about revenue being down, and I thought that this was a great way for you to increase the activity amongst your staff by offering an incentive. Choose any of these based on your staff's preference and offer it to them. I thought it was a great tool. I have a couple of agents on my team that actually do utilize it in their business, which I think is great. So, you know, there are several ways to use these, guys, and this is a business builder. This is a great way to get your business out and let people know that you have a travel agency and they can book with you because they can receive all of these perks and incentives that you have. And so we have activities as well. And these are all tools, these are all part of, guys, I'm trying to share this with you to show you all of the great ways that you can utilize these tools to help build your business up, okay? So the activities is in our back office as well. A great tool, I think, it It's built into our back office, so whatever you book here, you will receive. Your commissions will go directly to your commissions report, which I think is awesome. But, you know, sometimes your clients may not want a package. Like our suppliers have all these features attached to their booking engine, so when we create packages, we can add these features. However, there are clients who may not want a package. They may just want activities. And so, and I know like my son and his girlfriend, they would want to go to the aquarium or they want to go to certain places and they don't necessarily want to book a trip. This is a great way for you to go into your back office and offer these activities to your clients. Maybe they're already on a trip and you just found out and they want to experience something. This is a great way for you to get into your back office, find out what city they're in, book their activities for them, okay? And like I said, your commission, there's a commission built into all of it, and it goes directly into your commissions report. So I think it's a pretty cool activity. I mean, a cool tool, okay? And so now, InteleTravel's newest feature, and I know that you guys have been calling me for months about this. A lot of agents have been calling me, asking me which supplier to use for a vacation, you know, rental properties and Airbnb, and they don't pay commissions. And I've received so many messages and so many emails, and I'm just so happy and so proud to say that InteleTravel's newest feature is our vacation rental features, okay? The InteleTravel has partnered with the largest vacation rental and resorts week inventory in the world, okay? InteleTravel agents now have the ability to book over 200,000 rental properties and over 3,700 resort properties in over 100 countries around the world, guys. So this is really, really great. I think this is so great. I'm just super excited about it because I have a lot of clients who, you know, they want the vacation rental properties and they don't want the traditional hotels. And so I love having the options to offer it to them, okay? So you can choose some various properties, apartment-style rentals, high occupancy units and resorts. Many offer handicap accessibility. Stay for 7 nights for one fixed price, which is great. Most are Friday, Saturday, Sunday start dates. Units range from hotel studios to 3 and more bedrooms. And many features pools and spas and kitchens and on-site fitness centers. And vacations must be paid in full. There's no monthly payment on it, guys, okay? Which I think is also great because that means we are guaranteed our commission. That's the Inside Travel Agent Show. And destinations include USA and Canada, Africa and the Middle East, Asia, Australia, the South Pacific, Caribbean, and Bermuda, Central and South America, Europe, and Mexico. And guys, it pays 15% commissions on vacation rental bookings. So you guys, I think this is really exciting and we should definitely get to booking. Okay, I thought it was really, really cool. I'm just really excited about it because, like I said, we've had conversations, and I know you guys know that we've had several conversations about it on this platform and off this platform, and so I think that this is such a great tool. Okay. And this is kind of a sneak preview of it. You go in there, you put your information in there, but you guys know that you can go in there and check it out as well. But I just wanted to share it with you guys. A lot of you guys are not even aware that you know, we have it in there, and the price is actually the entire stay. It's not the per night. So the $401 is the entire stay from December 7th to the 14th, which is 7 days. I think it's awesome in St. Lucia. Okay, and what I also love about it is that there's a 24-hour traveler's hold. So we can actually hold the property for 24 hours so that our clients can make a final decision, because once they pay for it, that's it. So they're allowed a 24-hour traveler's hold, which I think is fantastic. So we're going to move into travel insurance. So guys, did you know that 94% of all policies sold in the U.S. are travel insurance? However, about 30% of travelers purchase travel insurance. which is not good. We need to up that a little bit to agents. We have to get them to purchase more. Travel insurance on average represents about 5% of the total trip cost. 5%, guys. 5%. And it's so worth it. Think about you taking a year, maybe some people it takes a year or 2 or 3 to save their vacation money, okay, for their family. And so 5% of the trip total cost will protect your entire trip. I think it's so worth it. 1 out of 6 of Americans has their trips derailed by illness or other natural disasters, which is so true. But when you have the travel insurance, then that will avoid that. And Travel Insured is actually the one that we use with InteleTravel. And guess what, guys? 20% commissions on all policies. So definitely add upselling to your skills and include it in your clients' packages. Okay, we have a separate account that you can go into your back office, and you can, and these are the procedures for it, and you can go in there and enter your agency number and your password, and you'll get into in Travel Insurance portal where you can see all of their different plans, and you can create a quote for your clients and all of that good stuff. And they have different, like I said before, they have different plans here. So take some time, guys, to go through these plans and make sure that it's suitable for your clients. It's the most appropriate ones for your clients, right? Because that's what, you know, that's what you're selling. And then also I definitely think that you guys should make sure you register for the agent newsletter, because they have new training videos in there all of the time. And for those of you agents who do a lot of traveling, they also have an annual protection plan that's available for independent contractors and their immediate families through InteleTravel. So check your state to make sure that it is allowed. I know that it's allowed in my state because they sent me one. But you will want to check your state to make sure that it is allowed. So I would say contact InteleTravel or Travel Insured to find out if it's allowed in your state, okay? And you can log into travelinsured.com to get your quote on agent annual protection plan. And absolutely no booking with Bookings.com and Expedia Tap, okay? These are our competitors. And so because they're our competitors, they will not pay you any commissions. So it will really be a waste of your time and effort and energy for you to go to our competitors' websites to book travel for you when you can go to so many other hundreds of suppliers and get awesome rates and also be paid commissions for your work, okay? It's very important. InteleTravel has an affiliate account with Expedia, which allows you to access their rates through our website, our booking engine, when they are the lowest options available. So they're already in our booking engine or our back office. Whenever the rates are super low, that's the affiliate account that we have at Expedia. It kicks in. So there's no need for you to go to those platforms. And another great tool to use, guys, is your customer information form. I've been having conversations with a lot of agents who are not familiar with their clients' preferences, which means you're not having that consultation conversation with your clients, which means you're also not qualifying your clients. And that's very important, guys, because time and effort goes into it. And when it comes to, maybe you guys are not passionate about travel as I am, but you want to make sure that you have all of the information necessary to create the ultimate package for your clients. And by having a conversation with them, you will get some information from them, and then you will know exactly the do's and don'ts to create their package, right? So this customer information form, I think, is awesome. It helps you to formulate the conversation with your clients, okay? And you learn the travel preferences. In the bottom, and take some time to go through the form, guys. All the way to the bottom, there are 3 questions. What hotels have you stayed at and enjoyed? And what cruise lines and resorts have you enjoyed before, if any? And what activities do you enjoy when traveling? Now, guys, these are all upselling tips, upselling questions, okay? Because once you've asked your clients what hotels they've stayed at and enjoyed, number one, you're not going to send them back there, right? You also get to know what their budget is like. You don't want to have the budget. Some people don't want to have the budget conversation, and that's fine. But there are other ways to find out what your client's budget is. And I think this form is great for that. These questions are appropriate to find out the detailed information that you would want to know without asking your clients directly and making them feel uncomfortable, especially if this is your first time working with them. I think that this is a great way for you to get that information, okay? What cruise lines and resorts have you enjoyed before? Again, same thing. You'll know what they've done, and you won't send them back there to certain destinations, certain cruise lines, and then also you'll learn their budget again, okay? Activities, the same thing. You get to know what they like to do when they go on vacation. A lot of clients would have a very low budget on the hotel because what they like to do during that time that they're away is where the money comes in. So if you're not an agent that's upselling and having a really wide conversation with your clients and asking them what is what do they want to experience on their trips, then you're missing out on a lot of money because there's a commission tied into every component of travel, guys. So this is why I shared the information previously with you guys before I got to this slide, because everything that I shared with you guys has the commissions tied into it. So you want to have that conversation with them so that you can have all the information you need to create the package for them, ultimate packages for them. Additional questions that you want to ask is the purpose of the trip, because if it's an anniversary or a wedding or a family reunion or whatever the case may be, you can contact the suppliers or preferred suppliers. Our preferred suppliers are the ones that will really go to bat and go to work for us. So you always want to use our preferred suppliers first. But if you contact the suppliers and let them know the purpose of the trip, they can make additional preparations for your clients, making you look like the rock star agent that you are. And then also you want to ask them how many people per room, especially when you're doing group contracts, guys. Group rates and whatnot, you want different categories. You want to know how many people in a room so that you can know standard, triple, double, or quad and get the appropriate rates for your clients. And then you also want to ask how many children and seniors and or special needs people that will be on the trip. So again, you can contact the suppliers and make the proper arrangements to accommodate your clients. Maybe then you're wheelchair accessible, and you want to make sure the property is capable of accommodating your clients, right? So these are great questions to definitely ask your clients when you're having that initial conversation before you create their quote so that you can create that ultimate package. And, of course, you definitely want to use the customer authorization form, guys. Oops, sorry. Very important. Very, very important. This form protects us as agents, and because if a client's customer, let's say a client's credit card was stolen, and someone just found it and said, you know what, I'm going to go on the ultimate vacation because I need it. And they decide to contact you. They found you on the internet, and they just wanted to book with you. And they created a package. You took the time to create a package, and you worked on it and slaved over it. Don't like that word, but you worked on it, and they gave you the credit card, and you took the credit card on the phone. They sent a text or whatever the case may be, gave you the number, and you just booked it and went on. And then a few weeks later, you get a message from InteleTravel or the supplier saying that the credit card that they used was a fraudulent card, and therefore the $355 commission that you earned, you will no longer be able to receive it. After you spent all that time working on the package, right? So you want to protect yourself, send your clients, and let them know, and this is how I use it. So let me just read this right here. When do we use this form? Every time you collect credit card information from your customers to pay for travel and other services. Failure to secure authorization in this way could result in a chargeback of credit card funds by your customers, for which you will be responsible for. InteleTravel reserves the right to collect any such chargebacks and associated penalties and costs from you, including offsetting any amounts you owe from commissions or other payments due to you from InteleTravel. So you pretty much will lose everything. Okay, so you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you send it. So when do you send the form? This is when I send the form, and I've never been rejected except once, and I'll tell you about it. When I send the form is after I've created the quote for them and my clients decided that they have found it, this is it, they want it, they're super excited, I can hear it, and they're ready to pay. Right before they're saying, and as soon as they said, I'm going to send you my credit card information, I said, absolutely, no problem. But before you do, I'm going to send you this quick form that I want you to complete and fill out. This form gives me authorization to charge your card for your vacation package, and it also protects you as well, okay? Never have I gotten rejected. The only time I did, once I did, a client, she was an older woman, and she had me know that she doesn't do technology and that I had to put it in the mail. So I put it in the mail. And that's pretty much the only time, and that's not really a rejection. That's just a different form of sending it to her. Don't just email it or text it to her. I'll have to put it in the mail, which of course took about 10 to 14 days within transition back and forth. But nevertheless, we got it done, okay? So no one really rejects you when I find it, when I share it that way, let them know, you know, I wait for the right moment. I wait for them to be super excited because they found that package and they're excited and they're ready to go, they're ready to pay, and that's what I say. I'm going to send you this quick form, okay? You go ahead and complete it and send it back. I can't lock your package in. I can't secure your rate unless I have this form. No issues, guys. None, okay? Just a tip. So, branding ourselves. We are our own brand, guys, and this is something that, you know, we have to always focus on every single day. So training and education is what clears the path to success, whether it's a formal degree, an apprenticeship, or hours of dedicated practice. It's just what we have to do, guys, okay? We have to continuously brand ourselves. So a lot of times, especially new agents, you know, when you're sharing your business with your clients, your customers, or potential prospects, and you let them know that you're a travel agent, the first thing they'll say is travel agents still exist? And as a travel agent who is not really plugged in, you'll probably feel a little offended and a little insecure, like, oh, I got into the wrong business. No, you didn't. It's just a matter of how do you respond to them. So when you know certain things, guys, it'll be easy for you to engage into a conversation with someone who presents a statement like that without diminishing them or their mentality in any way. I thought that I came across this article, and I thought that this was a great way to help us to understand who we are and how we service people. So can a travel agent really save you money? Because people are like, why do we need a travel agent? I can go online and I can get all these cheap, super cheap fares really quick, point and click, boom, it's done. Indeed, you most certainly can. However, we have access to discounted fares and stay. We're often able to find group space to book clients for cruises, along with special fares that may not be available to the public and upcoming deals as well. We have contract rates, hotels and resorts, cruise lines, tour companies. Travel agents with the right connections may get access to discounted fares that can't be booked elsewhere, such as air consolidators. They don't deal with the customers. They deal with strictly travel agents. So when we go to our air consolidators and we get these awesome rates and all these great group contracts, that's because only a travel agent has access to those kinds of companies, right? You can't go online and get that. We can also help you protect your investment. Travel agents are trained on how to anticipate delays and travel snafu's, as well as how to handle them. This often means helping you to plan and cancel or delayed flights, even if it means leveraging our own contacts to assist you in the rebooking process. We can even guide you towards travel insurance that will kick in if your trip is canceled or delayed for any reason. We'll also help you fill out the insurance paperwork to make sure that you are compensated should things go wrong, okay? So we also can save you time. If you're someone who is compensated significantly for your time at work. Why would you want to spend several hours on a computer planning your own trip? While using a travel agent is typically free for cost for consumers, the time these professionals save you is priceless. Plus, your itinerary will be delivered in one easy document. And if time is money, then think of us as your asset managers. We can also help you score perks and upgrades. Agents can help clients secure perks that can save them money or boost the value of their trips, perks they can't get if they book on their own. So, like, let's say, for instance, we have a group cruise, right? A lot of us have group cruises going on, and they're allotted. We have a certain amount of inventory in those group cruises, right? And so a lot of times, if we're like totally full on the inventory and someone wants to come in and they book outside of the group, they can pay the regular rate outside of the group, but we can also bring them into the group so that they can receive the perks that are going on in that group. So if you're a consumer, you can go online all you want, but you will not be able to conduct that transaction. You can't just purchase a sale and then insert yourself in someone's group. But a travel agent can do that, right? So that way you just got your money's worth and then some. Okay, so these are, think of all the access that we have, guys. So when we have conversations with people and they're like, travel agents? Really? How can they save me money? What do we need them for? These are the things you tell them. We help you to avoid surprise expenses. The travel industry is rife with hidden fees and expenses. If you book your travel on your own without consulting a professional, you can easily wind up paying a lot more than you think when you get on your trip, which is so true. The travel agent can help you ensure you're comparing apples to apples before you book your airfare and hotel. And you know, guys, I have people who actually do reach out to me and to want to make sure that they're booking correctly, and then they go book with themselves. But they do it themselves. They don't go to another travel agent. They do it themselves. And I don't feel cheated in any way. I just educated them, because that was simple. But I know that when their travels get really intricate, guess who they're calling? They're confident, because I informed them of something and they did it. I compared it for them. I made sure everything was right for them. And even though they went ahead and said, you know, Marcia, I'm just going to go ahead and book this. It's just a small airfare. I don't want to bother you. I'll just book it myself. No problem. Glad I can help, because they're coming back. And usually they do come back. So, you know, I think this is factual, and we should definitely work on that. So our consortia is Ensemble, guys. I mentioned that earlier, and they're in our book travel tab in our VIP partner exclusive. I think that this is a great tool for you guys to use, also making you look really good as a travel agent, great for marketing. So whenever you're creating a package, right, and let's say you're creating a cruise, and let's say this one, a 7-day exotic Western cruise, that's what your clients want. And you go, they were like, well, I saw this 7-day exotic cruise on Carnival. I would love for you to book it for me for a group, Marcia. And they gave me the dates and all of that. I'm not going to go to Carnival directly right away. I'm going to Ensemble first. And when I see these 3 icons that tells me that there's a preferred supplier and that there's an exclusive offer and that also there's a hosted cruise on there, then I will contact Carnival, and then I will let them know of what I've seen on Ensemble, that I'm an Ensemble member, and now I just received all those perks in Ensemble on that itinerary, as opposed to just calling Carnival straight up or contacting or going online to GoCCL.com, creating my itinerary, and not being able to insert these perks into it for our clients. So this is another great way for us to really look like the superstar, rock star travel agents that we are, because now we're offering our clients additional perks. In addition to the sale, they're going to get an Ensemble hosted cruise and exclusive offers, like such as probably some onboard credits that are offered through Ensemble. And because we're InteleTravel is affiliated with Ensemble, we get these privileges. Agents who are not affiliated with Ensemble, they're not able to add these additional perks to their clients' itineraries. So I always say this is like a pre-quote stage. Before you do a quote, go to Ensemble, find your client's itinerary, and see what perks comes with it. We don't book in Ensemble. We don't use the prices that we see in Ensemble. We deal with our suppliers directly, right? But we're going here because we want to receive additional perks for our clients, okay? Because we're into making sure that they get their money's worth and then some. And so some of the 26 preferred cruise line partners that Ensemble have are right here: Azamara, Avalon, Norwegian, Oceania, Regent, Sea Dreams, Star Clippers, Uniworld, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Cunard. I mean, they're all here, guys, and, you know, our clients have their preferences. So when they're talking about a Princess Cruise or a Holland Cruise, then you definitely want to go to Ensemble to see what perks and privileges that you can give to them, because let me tell you right now, Ensemble always have an awesome cruise program for your clients. They have hosted cruises, the promotional, of course, and group amenity programs on their exclusive promotions that they have. With AMA Waterways, Celebrity Cruises, Cunard, Star Clippers, these are all new for 2018. Everything from premium to contemporary to specialty or niche to luxury and river cruises, okay? Holland America Line has a world cruise and grand voyage sailing. They also have additional choices for you to offer your clients. So these are great tools, guys. Go in here, check them out. See what additional perks you can add to your client's itinerary, okay, so that they can get their money's worth and then some. And they can see why it's worth them using a travel agent to book their cruises and their vacation packages, okay? When you book your clients on a hosted cruise sailing, you're able to offer them complimentary exclusive offers, such as Ensemble hosted host on board. So there's always going to be an Ensemble host on board the ship, and any activities or anything that's going on, your clients will be notified. The host will be hosting it, of course. There's a private cocktail party that your clients will be notified on board to be invited to it. And then, of course, the shore excursions, your clients will be notified on board to go out to the shore excursions. And all of these are the compliments of Ensemble. So you definitely want to go in here, take some time to see what itineraries, what perks you can add to your itineraries for your clients. And then, of course, we also have marketing and sales tools, which is a great way for you to put your business out there. These are customized. Like, you can go into Supplier's marketing section. Each supplier has a marketing and sales section, and you can go in there. You can get all kinds of tools, guys. I have all kinds of stuff here from different suppliers from Hawaii and all these different suppliers, because I went into their marketing section and I ordered magazines and brochures and all of these things. And these are actually digital ones that you can actually go in and download them. Of course, they're writable. You see, I was able to add my travel business name and contact information here on both of them, and then I'm able to send them out to my clients, sharing, you know, whatever group space that I have or whatever discounts I may have on upcoming sales. So these are great ways for you to brand yourself, okay, as an independent travel agent. And of course, we mentioned travel insured. This slide kind of got out of place, because right when we were talking about travel insured is when it should have came up. But this is a great way when you're creating a quote, guys. Always, 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 always add travel insurance to your clients' itineraries. Let them tell you, okay? Because most of the times, clients have this thing where they feel like insurance costs hundreds and hundreds of dollars and they really can't afford it. So let them see. Let them see it, guys. Just add it to their itinerary so that they can see how much it is. And this is a great form, you know, to show them that. I mean, this is after if they reject the itinerary with the insurance on it. However, if they do reject the itinerary, then you want to send them this form. This is a waiver of travel insurance coverage. And, you know, you let them know, hi, Susan, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and send you this form. I would like you to complete this form and send it right back to me. Of course, right after you have the conversation of the travel insurance and they declined it. right? And then so you go in here and you fill out the information. You put how much it is, how much the trip is going to cost, and how much it's going to cost them to cover the trip, and let them see how much it's going to cost to cover the trip, and let them see that they're really throwing away their money, because anything over $1,000, guys, it should be covered. I'm a travel agent, but I'm also a traveler, okay? And I love traveling, and so I try my best to be very smart with my money and how I use it and how I spend it. So I would highly recommend that you add travel insurance to your packages, and if your clients don't want it, then send them this form and have them complete it and send it back to you. This form, actually, what this form also does is when they see that and they look at it, they're like, an intelligent traveler will. I have $79 for $1,200. I think I'm going to go ahead and, no, Marcia, you know what? Go ahead. I'm not going to sign the form. Go ahead and add the travel insurance to my package. Boom. You add it. Their package is secure and protected. If they have medical conditions, or if their jobs change their schedule on them, or if their flight's delayed, or whatever the case may be, the travel insurance will protect them. And so they may get frustrated because of the back and forth, but they won't. Their monies won't be interrupted. So I think it's a great form for you to use. So for cruise takeovers, for new agents on the line, and even seasoned agents, well, no, absolutely not. Only new agents. Any new agents who just recently joined the business, and you may have previously reserved some itineraries with a couple of cruise lines, or maybe you've reserved groups. There is something called a cruise takeover, where it's totally at the cruise line's discretion. So please don't get into a debatable thing with the cruise lines. We just, as travel professionals, we just don't do that. We don't get into debatable discussions with our suppliers. Whatever it is that they present to us, we find another way to ask the same questions or whatever, but we never go into the back and forth. So if they decline it, then that's just what. However, there is a time frame, and it has to be within 60 days of booking. So new agents who book cruises prior to becoming an independent travel agent and within 60 days of booking cruises should contact the cruise lines for instructions and guidelines to take over the booking. Notify your host agency of the changes as well. The cruise lines may also request a letter of acceptance, which is pretty much from your host agency saying that Marcia Lashley is an independent travel agent with InteleTravel. Keep in mind that you may have to cancel your bookings and rebook. So you want to consider rates, you want to consider availability and restrictions prior to attempting to cancel. So don't go canceling with things in mind. Oh, I'm going to get it. I know I will. No, you won't. Sometimes the rates may be even lower. You may be surprised, right? So you want to go ahead and double check before you do any kind of cancellation. Also, consider that when you originally confirmed the bookings, you were not an agent of the cruise. So, if the cruise lines don't accept it, then don't feel bad, okay? Just say thank you and move on. So I was browsing, doing some quotes and doing some checks for some clients, and this whole rental property thing, this is during a time a few weeks ago, and I came across in our suppliers in the VACs, which usually are a whole lot of properties and a whole lot of hotels. I came across some suppliers, I believe it was Southwest Vacations, who offered condos, and these were in Miami. So I thought I would share it with you guys because I know that October is a month that a lot of people from around the world goes to Miami. I've been going for years, so I'm well aware of that. And this is great for those people who do not want the traditional hotels, who would prefer to stay in an apartment-like setting or a vacation rental home. This is on Collins Avenue, guys. It's great. I think here's all the amenities that comes with a property location, what the room is like, the amenities as well, and the location. So I would say when you're looking for rental properties, include this because this is all part of it. You'll be able to get your commissions because it's within the suppliers, right? So you will be able to get your commissions for booking these. And here's another as well. And again, this was in VAX and Southwest Vacations, and they give you all the information on the property so that you can share it with your clients as well. So working with suppliers. Guys, as independent travel agents, it's very important that we know our suppliers, our preferred suppliers, to be specific. Okay? We have the advantage of using our preferred suppliers for higher commissions, bonus cash, better package choices, additional amenities like Ensemble I just mentioned, and resolutions to any issues clients may have while on their vacations. Like, for instance, when I always say that website give you prices, but travel agents give you advice, which is really real, because whenever, let's say that you book a package, let's say you're a client, and you went to Priceline or Expedia or one of those, and you booked the package. Now, you're never really able to speak with someone live. You don't get the personal interaction that you get with a travel agent. You just put your credit card information in, you book your stuff, you get it. So then you decide to go on your trip, and you go on your trip, and when you get to the hotel, there's construction at the hotel, and it just so happened that because you booked your package online at one of those discounted cheap websites, you got the worst room in the building. You got the room directly in front of the construction where there's just nothing but noise. Who are you going to call? Who are you going to reach out to? The website that you purchased your package at, there's no one live there to speak to. I've tried calling for a couple of my clients before, and I was on hold for a very long time. They had to book with me, and then they had to go through another whole process to see if they could get their monies back. But I know they couldn't because they didn't purchase travel insurance. But this is a great example, because with our preferred suppliers, what they would do, so if that person had booked with a travel agent instead, and they went to the hotel and there's construction and they happen to get it, and they call their travel agent, the travel agent now, what we can do is we can call the supplier directly. We can call the property and identify ourselves as an independent travel agent and let them know that our client absolutely loved their property and we booked them there, but you neglected to inform us that you had construction at your property. So, you know, I would really like for you to give my client an upgrade, or I will cancel the booking and book with the hotel next door. They're not going to want you to go book with the hotel next door. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to upgrade your client, and any free perks and any other additional perks that you can talk them into giving your clients, you can do that. Your clients won't be able to get that if they went online. So we have access to suppliers and preferred suppliers who are willing to go to bat for our clients. Use them, okay? Also, know your geography. As agents, you must know the region of which your island or a specific country is located. Because if your clients, you're having a conversation with your clients and they're saying that they want to go to Dubai, and you think Dubai is somewhere in the islands, no, not the Caribbean islands. Absolutely not. So, you know, as an agent, as a professional agent in the industry, it's only common that you should know your geography and know where different islands and different countries are around the world. When your clients ask about a vacation destination, you as the agent should automatically know or have an idea where that destination is located. Completing the supplier's education courses will educate you on the destination location. Suppliers' departments are separated by regions, guys. So if you call, let's say you call FunJet, if you listen to the recording, they'll always tell you if you're booking travel in the Pacific or wherever, press 1, press 2. And you wouldn't know where your clients, what the demographics of your clients, the geography of your client's property, because you don't know where it is. All you know is this property in this place, but you have no idea where in the world it's located. Do some research first, and guys, Google is my friend, okay? I go to Google for almost everything. When I'm not sure about anything and I don't have other resources to tap into, I go to Google to get an understanding, and then of course that leads me to resources, okay, more credible resources. So this is also a webinar that's coming up, guys. I urge you guys to get on it. Take some time to register. All this is going to be Meet Melody Makers in Cancun with Vacation Express. these came in my email. They usually get into email. Now, I had a conversation with an agent earlier who informed me, and actually one agent earlier this week also told that they have not been getting the emails. They have not received an email. So I would say contact InteleTravel, send them an email. Send them an email, right? Send them an email, letting them know that you're not receiving any of the webinar invitations, because you have to be invited so that you can register. You want to make sure that you are receiving those, guys, because when those spam trips come out, you want to make sure that you're on that list so that you can be one of the first to receive it and lock your space down. So this is a great webinar that I think that you guys should definitely check out. It's an exclusive webinar, and it's going to be August 21st at 2 p.m., and it's Vacation Express. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Vacation Express's website, but it should also be emailed to you from InteleTravel, or you should have already received it like I received it. And so with CLIA now, with cruises, I know a lot of people are focusing on cruises, which is great. I think that's where the most commissions in travel is. It's in cruises, all forms of cruises, river cruises, group cruises, FIT cruises, it doesn't matter as long as it's cruises, right? So I try to give as much information and lead you guys in the right direction so that you can educate yourself and grow in your travel business when it comes to cruises. And so CLIA is the ultimate place to get information, educate yourself, and grow your travel business for cruises. So you can decide on your CCC or your ACC, which one you want to. And so they have online courses and they have live events coming up, guys. The question is, what do your stateroom sales look like? Selling and selling well could be better, or haven't sold any yet. If your answer is A, then ACC is right for you. If your answer is B, you should go for your CCC. So they're giving you suggestions and ideas of what it requires to become an ACC or a CCC with CLIA. So I would say definitely take some time to go into CLIA and educate yourself, guys, and learn. They have trainings all around the country. There's actually one coming up in Atlanta on the 13th of October. There's also one in D.C. on the 13th of October. Okay, so this is a great, I've invested in these companies and I've educated myself, and it's priceless. The education and the information that I've received is priceless because I was able to go on and make so much more money than $200, right? And so they also have upcoming live training and virtual training as well. So like I said, go into CLIA and get the information, guys, and educate yourself. Here's some more upcoming ones in San Diego. And then there's also virtual training. Or is that a duplicate slide? And so, guys, you also want to take some time to do a booking engine tour. And there's a meeting coming up. So register. InteleTravel has a webinar coming up that I think you guys should definitely register for. It's August 23rd at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a great way for you to familiarize yourself with your booking engine, the new booking engine, and all the different features that are out. I'm really excited about that. I'm just seeing the growth with this company, and it's just beautiful and it's amazing. So we have agent FAMs as well. And guys, let me just touch on this for a little bit. Two things. One is absolutely under no circumstances should we as independent travel agents sell perks as part of our business, okay? That's just something we just don't do. Now, travel is very sexy, so we can brag about our awesome agent rates. You know, we really can. But when it comes to using it as a selling tool, it's absolutely no-no. It's against compliant. It's non-compliant, and I would never promote it, and I don't recommend you guys doing it as well. Now, I placed this here because I want to share something with you. Check out these awesome FAMs, right? These are awesome FAMs for travel agents only. But I placed these here because I wanted to give you an idea to get creative. Last week we discussed increasing your clientele and getting creative, and the week before we talked about stepping out of the box, or completely breaking the box down, just tossing the box and thinking outside of the box. This is a great way for us to get really, really creative. There are state-based seminars at sea. You can create your own. There's a fabulous Fiji and Blue Lagoon cruise. You can create your own. there's a Great Lakes Grand Discovery, you can put a group together and create that and go on that because those itineraries are going to be there, right? So you want to use FAMs, guys, for creative ideas to organize your own groups, okay? And I was putting something together, and I don't think that I've quite finished it because it's not here in the slide. But this is for us to travel the world, because the more we travel the world and the more we explore is the more educated we become on the products, and we're able to sell those products to our clients and make a lot of money. But I didn't want to go there yet. I wanted to go back. The slide that I wanted to bring next, put up next, I obviously didn't add it to this presentation. But okay, so with this being said, and we have access to cruise lines, we have access to air, whether it's InteleTravel's back office or our air consolidators where we can get contracted group rates with a low deposit and pay monthly on them. We also have access to shore excursions, right, where we can book shore excursions for our clients and receive 10% commissions. We have activities in our back office where we can book for our clients and make commissions. We also have vacation rentals for our clients where we can book and make commissions. So why is it that we cannot create groups of events and promote them to increase our commissions in our travel business? We absolutely can, because we have the access, guys. So let's get creative. Let's step out of the box and think on, and of course you have to consider your network, because your network may be a special kind where there are only certain types of travel they do, and that's fine. Create it along the lines of those preferences, okay? Travel is the biggest industry in the world, guys, in the world. Every industry relies on our industry. Every industry. Any industry that you are in, you are going to travel. Somewhere, sometime or another, you're going to travel. So we're really positioned in a good place, guys. It's just a matter of us being really creative with what we have and utilizing it. You may know someone who has a small business, or maybe not so small business, but you may know someone who is the actual person that books travel for everyone in the office. And there's no specific company that you use. You just go online and book wherever you feel. Well, you can actually book travel for that company, and you can get creative with them and initiate trips. Initiate, like I mentioned earlier, initiate incentive trips. You may know someone who owns a sales company, sales team, competitive, sales incentive, incentivize the employees. I mentioned that earlier. These are great ways to get really creative and put packages together. Just like how there are other travel agencies out there online that you see, and they're putting together group trips to Africa, and trips to Essence Festival, and trips to Derby, and they have all these different trips they're putting together. There are trips to come to Atlanta for the Beyonce and Jay-Z concert. Like, guys, people are getting really creative, so just tap in a little bit, okay? Tap in, plug in, educate yourself, know the access that you have, and utilize it, okay? There's money in it, lots of it. So travel the world. Utilize those fans and sell travel. And the resources, guys, plug into Travel, recommend Travel Agent University, Pulse Travel, Travel Agent, Travel Agent Central, Business Travel News. These are great resources to tap into. You become more informed. You have information that you can post on social media, or you may be having a conversation with your prospective new client that you want to book all of their travel, and they're really savvy in the industry. They know so much. Maybe you have clients that just stay on CNN all the time. You never know, but once you're plugged in and you're connected, you'll have any updates on any natural disasters that are going on around the world. You know, these resources, they will reach out, they'll send you an email and let you know what's going on. You can tap on and read in your lunch break, or your 5-minute break, and or your cigarette break. You can read it and educate yourself on the industry and know what's going on, so that when you have a conversation, you look like the professional travel agent that you really are. And so we also have unlimited rewards, guys. I mentioned this last week, and I will always mention it because I use it, and I am seeing the rewards from it because I do a lot of booking with Avis. I do a lot of booking with Avis. So my unlimited rewards number, whenever I book travel on the agent portal, I always make sure that I put my UR number in there along with my IATA so that points can go to me. I've been traveling recently, guys, and I've been utilizing, they actually sent me a card, a debit card, and they actually had money on there because I've been booking not only my travel, but my clients' travels as well. So this is a great incentive card for travel agents that I think that we all should definitely register for. And then, of course, there's the Cash-In Club. So unlimited rewards is for Avis and Budget and Hilton and Carry Transportation and, of course, Embark. With the Cash-In Club, the CIC number, the CIC card, it's for Alamo, Enterprise, and National. So if you're renting, constantly renting cars, you would definitely want to sign up for these rewards, guys, because like I said, they send you that you can use. They're great, you know, especially if you're an agent that travel a lot. It's definitely great. So I mentioned this earlier. Please, guys, let's stay within compliance. This is a post that's been circulating. Who can work from home as a home-based travel agent? Pay is great. Perks are great. Not a job. Big no. This is a big, fat no. So if you guys, we have to police our opportunity that we have, okay? We have to protect the travel agency. We have to make sure that everyone stays in compliance, because we don't want to lose the privileges that we have, right? So if you see any posts on social media that looks similar to this, guys, I would highly recommend you just go on the low, don't go into the comments and put them on blast. Please don't do that. Get into their inbox and kindly, or you can contact InteleTravel, and I'll get on that in a minute. So with compliance, we have an obligation as agents to protect each other. Everything you say and do as an InteleTravel agent is a direct reflection on all of us agents, guys. So make it mandatory to watch the marketing and compliance regulations video to make sure that you're marketing yourself and your business the correct way. And do a self-check, guys. Make sure that you're working within the marketing compliance guidelines. And remember, we have 2 opportunities, so know your language, okay? Know your language. When you're talking to our industry partners and suppliers, you know, a lot of times we're on the phone with them for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and, you know, a lot of small talk will come up. Keep your small talk on the industry, okay, on your clients, on your product knowledge, and on sales. Do not have a conversation about building teams and networking ranks and networking compensation and net and other businesses and travel perks. Absolutely not. Suppliers don't want to hear that. Suppliers want to know that you're a well-informed agent and that you've been taking the time to educate yourself on their product and you're actually telling them about their product, as opposed to asking them everything when you do have access to it. So when you're having stations, when you're on that whole time and they're working on a package for you or whatever the case may be mindful of your conversation that you're having with them. And try to get education, try to educate yourself from everything or most of the things that they say. So watch what you ask them. So that it's very important, guys. I've learned a lot from those tour operators, and I used to be one of them. So I know exactly what I'm telling you. So see something, say something. I just mentioned that about that post earlier. InteleTravel would like to invite you guys to report anything that you see to compliance. Compliance at InteleTravel.com, and once you have all the information, if you see something out there and it's not appropriate and it's violating the compliance, then you can actually get the information as opposed to contacting them like I suggested. Don't do that. Just get the information and send it, notify them of it. Again, guys, we have to police this. because we want to protect our business, and we want to protect our privileges that we have. InteleTravel has been in business for over 27 years. They have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. That didn't just happen overnight, okay? And that happened because they were consistent with things, and they stayed within guidelines, and they stayed within compliance. So we want to continue to do that by making sure that we police our opportunity, make sure that agents are not posting all these ridiculous things out there that's totally misconstruing the opportunity that we have with InteleTravel, okay? And so everything that I've shared with you guys tonight, every single thing is in our back office. It's in our training manual, our travel agent manual. Again, you attend the weekly webinars, guys. If you can't find something, don't just go to InteleTravel and call them or go to chat. Go into Knowledge Base. It's in our back office. Check with Knowledge Base. If you can't find it in Knowledge Base, then I would say get on the chat. If the chat is not available, then definitely get a call. But ultimately, you can always send them an email, and they'll be happy to respond to you. Okay? And live is open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then, of course, here are all the contact information if you guys don't already have it. But everyone received the welcome email, so all of the information should be on there as well. And thank you so much for taking the time to educate yourself for success in your travel business. The more value and expertise that you can bring to the table, the more clients will appreciate you and trust you. So I would say thank you for getting on. Thank you for taking the time to educate yourself. And let me stop the recording so that I can do the Q&A for you guys. One moment. All right, you guys, the lines are open. Do you guys have any questions? Questions? No questions? Great. I thought you guys would have some questions for me. Well, if we don't have any questions, I would I will end the webinar. I usually go on hands-on and go on to different supplier sites, but it's based on the questions that you guys may have. So it's after 11. We already went over 1 hour, but you guys know that I don't mind at all. We can go a little further, especially if you guys have any questions or concerns. But if you don't have any questions or concerns, let's see here. 1 second. I think we have a question.
Hi.
Hi there. We have a question.
Yes, this is Patricia.
Hi, Patricia. How are you?
Good, thank you. And you?
I'm super fantastic, Patricia. Thanks for asking. How can I help you?
I'd like to know if you have bus partnership. I've been waiting on InteleTravel to let me know, and I've not heard anything.
What kind of partnership? You went a little, broke up a little. I didn't hear you.
For buses, for charter, bus charter.
Yes, I did a training on that. I believe it is Gray Line. You contact Gray Line. You identify yourself as an independent travel agent with InteleTravel. You ask them if they accept our agency identifiers, and then you also have a bus size in mind so that you can get the pricing for it as well. When you book with them, Pat, you want to make sure that you get a gross invoice from them so that you can register your booking, okay?
Okay.
It's very important that you get a gross invoice and not a net invoice, because a net invoice will not include commissions.
All right. Gray Line Tours.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And a gross invoice.
Yes. You want to gross. Identify yourself as an independent travel agent with InteleTravel. Ask them if they accept the agency identifiers. And then, of course, naturally, you know, once you complete that, then you want to get the gross invoice from them.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Any other questions? Okay, well, we will definitely be wrapping it up this evening. You guys don't have any questions. You know, you can, if you have any questions that you think of during the week, you can write them down, or you guys know you can reach out to me. Those of you who have access to me, you can definitely call or text me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have or help you resolve any issues that you're having with your travel business. So again, I thank you guys for joining this evening again, and I will see you guys next Thursday at 10 p.m. We went back to 10 p.m., and the reason why I went back to 10 p.m., guys, is because there's a 9 p.m. supplier webinar, and there was one tonight about Delta vacations, which was really, really awesome. They have really great, let me see if I can, I was on the webinar on my phone because I was preparing for my, for this training.
I was on that.
And so they have really great. You were on there?
Yes.
Yes. Very good webinar. I didn't hear you.
We're breaking up, but yes, I was on that webinar, which caused me to be late getting on your webinar conference call.
Oh. Right. I was sitting in front of the computer already with this, and like I mentioned it initially when I got on, that was one of the reasons why I was a little late, because I was on that webinar. But you guys to be able to go on there, and if I have my training scheduled at 9, then you guys will miss that. So I don't want to, you know, my goal is never to prevent you guys from access of information. I want to share information with you guys. So I figured I'm going to go back to the original time, because I've originally started this training 2 years ago at 10. And so I went to 9 because I thought it would be earlier for a lot of agents. You know, you guys have to get up in the morning to go to work. But I realized that it's an inconvenience, because then you're missing the information. Because you're on my webinar, you're missing Supplier's webinar information. So I changed it back to 10, so it's back to 10 every Thursday. It will be at 10 p.m. Okay? So I thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this week. Have a wonderful weekend. And again, if you guys need me, you know how to find me. Take care. Have a wonderful night. And thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night. Good night.